look at McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Baylor Bears. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Well, guys, the Bears head coach told me before the game, this could be one of their most important games of the year. With both teams undefeated, this game is a separator. As the college football playoff looms near, they have to separate and prove they are one of the best teams in the country. They have a chance to do that here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Using his legs, it's Hosley. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it and drive on third down. Throws to the back. It's complete. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Man, you hate that if you're on defense. Third and long, you've got everybody covered downfield, and you let the running back pick it up on a check down throw. You've got to be way better tackling in that situation. That is a blown opportunity for this defense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll go to the ground and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams in the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
Fires to the wideout. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Now the play fake. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air, it's Mendoza. Zings it complete to the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And defensively on third down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle them, and you got to get them to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the fourth down.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Might be calling a hot route. Here's Lagway to pass. Caught by Williams on the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Back to throw, it's Lagway. Pulls it in, it's Freeman. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Lagway unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. There he goes. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
From the red zone, it's Morris. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On the move. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Using his legs, it's Morris. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The Bears will try to move the chains on 4th down. Now on the move. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
They go to the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Right back to him. Got a little grass.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 40. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide out. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. 3rd down from the gun, DJ Lagway. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on the money. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
Catch in the middle. It's Miller. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
The hand to the running back. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on fourth down and short. Fourth down, Lagway. Looking to scramble. Blasted as he lets it go. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Crosses the 45. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Unloads it left. He's got it. And what a throw to get it in there. And they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running the red zone, it's Powell. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Georgia Tech spends its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's second and 13 now. Looking to fire. Back open in the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped.
And it's the Wildcats looking for a 3rd straight victory today following that Week 1 defeat. And they're on top right now against another solid team. This outcome today could define each of their seasons. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Throwing, Lagway. Skips away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. At the 45 on its way. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Throws to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Third and 6 yards to go. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Third and 6 yards to go. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Lagway from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get in an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Caught behind the line. It's Alexander. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Tosses it incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air, it's Mendoza. Swings it out to his running back. Runs through him, just keeps moving. The 50. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Going to the run, it's Powell. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a play we won't soon forget, the 95-yard run for the touchdown. And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Flagway wants to throw. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Snags it down the right side. They'll make the stop after the big pickup through the air, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the play. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. From the gun on third down, Lagway. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Lagway to throw for it on 4th. He's going for it all. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Here's Lagway to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once, like they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense.
Maybe a crease. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
Man, how nice faces it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Mendoza. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. Shakes a man, and he might take off. The 30, the 20. He's at the... and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Flagway. Pocket breaking down. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a fourth down? Georgia Tech spends its second timeout. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. Final play of the quarter coming. He might want another play. Fourth down, Lagway. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give out of the gun. There's some room. Play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. And the Bears in the hurry-up. Throwing, Lagway. Here comes the Heat. Gets away. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They go play action with Lagway. Now improvising. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Lagway to throw for it on fourth. Touchdown, Baylor! On the sideline, got it in the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. On target. Here's a little room there. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got a man. It's made. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
All the way back to his 5-yard line. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. Lagway wants to throw. He's going for the big play. It's caught. Gashes the heart of the knee. 10. And he scores. Touchdown, Baylor.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side. Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Unloads quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Shoots it to the left. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago. Because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Quarterback may change this route. Play fake Lagway. Under fire. Buried before he could blink.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's Lagway to pass. Bringing the heat. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. It's complete to the right.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. The Yellow Jackets spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. 4th down, Lagway. Fires to the right. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.